Alright guys, okay, totally enjoyed the show guys. Now remember Danny Masterson, they talked about him in Hollywood. He apparently, I can't say it on here, but did stuff to certain women, right? I can't say it on here, it's too horrible, but, and so that's what they're saying and stuff like that. But the funny thing is, when we get these we hear these stories, like Kevin Spacey, they said he did that too, right? And then years later he was proven innocent, right? So really, at the end of the day, we have to, it's not really a big deal. We hear this from other celebrities. It doesn't really affect us, right? Because we're living our lives, best lives as much as we can. But in general, we're hearing the story and we're thinking all these thoughts and thinking whatever. It really, and I mean, it's a good story. I mean, you want to hear about it so that you can help these women that he dealt with, whatever. But in general, we don't know if it's true or not, right? But in general, I'm thinking it's true because, I mean, why would they say it? But Hollywood has been known to say things, and you're like, okay, and then you find out that it's not true, and you're like, why would you say something so horrible about a person? Like, what he's being charged with is very horrible, and to lie about it is crazy, but Hollywood has tended to do that sometimes. Now, if it is true, it's horrible, very horrible, and the poor women that are involved, and all that. But I mean, Miley Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, I mean, I really don't think they would say anything to defend him if it was actually true, right? Because Hollywood does that, where they do all these stories and you're like, you fall for it and you think, oh, it's true, whatever, it's horrible. But in general, we have to really remember that it's Hollywood and it doesn't involve us, right? I'm going to go to Hollywood one day and maybe it'll involve me when I know these people, but in general, some of these stories you're like, okay, it's crazy, ridiculous, whatever, or crazy serious, or crazy whatever, but whether it's true or not, we don't know. Hollywood will do, and Hollywood is full of actors and actresses and models and starlets and all that, and a lot of them act out certain storylines just to see how the reaction is, right? So in general, if it bothers you, well, that shouldn't bother you, I mean, it's somebody else, but I mean, really, in general, I mean, for me, I just feel like some of these stories are so fake, and you're just like, why can't they tell a real story for once? Like, we hear all these constant stories about how these people do these things, and then you find out later that it's not true, right? So you have to remember that when you do find these stories and you do see these stories, you take it with a grain of salt and you just focus on your life and focus on yourself and do what you need to do. Now, obviously, if it's true, it's horrible, like crazy, but we don't know, right? Anyway, thank you so much. Bye now. Tell them, bye.